Hello, Michelle. How's it going today?
Everything is good, Lindsay. How are you?
I'm feeling good. Michelle, what do you consider to be a necessary evil in your life?
I would for sure say the laundry. We kind of touched on this recently in a business English episode, but yeah, it's the first thing that pops in my head. It's a necessary evil. I have to do it if I want my family to wear clothes.
Right.
And
which is a good thing in modern society, right?
yes, it's important. I think it's necessary, right?
Yes.
But it never stops. What about you, Lindsay? What's a necessary evil
I can't
in
remember
your
what
life?
I said when we talked about this before, but anything around like maintaining at home, the house, cleaning up, like grocery shopping, I would say is a necessary evil, right? Because I wish someone could just do it for me, but that's just not where I'm at in life. So I go to the grocery store. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Well, recently with groceries, I've been doing just like the pickup.
Yeah.
Which has been really nice. I mean, it's $5, which is
That's such a
good
deal.
Yeah, so I pay $5. I save all this time, but sometimes if I can't get a pickup slot, then I have to go in with my kids, and my daughter goes around with a teeny tiny cart, and it's very cute. But then we end up buying things I don't want.
Putting,
so anyway,
fancy cheeses in the cart and putting all kinds of things in her little cart.
Yeah, she picked up a giant salami the other day that I didn't need, and so I end up a bit okay, sure, and then I put everything back.
Right.
Anyway. So this expression, unnecessary evil, did come up in a recent Business English episode, and it's so useful, and we said we better do a whole episode on this.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to do today. We'll give you that Business English episode towards the end.
Yes.
And so that you can listen to that as well.
Yes.
But before we get started, guys, we want to make sure that you hit follow wherever you're listening to the All Ears English podcast. And while you're at it, because I mentioned Business English, if you haven't listened to Business English, definitely go on over there, search for it wherever you're listening to your podcast, and hit follow there as well.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, you want to be following both shows so you don't miss a single thing from All Ears English. So, Michelle, what exactly does it mean to say that something is a necessary evil? I mean, this is a common term in our daily street language, right?
Yes, I love this expression.
Yes.
So it's something that you don't want to do, you don't enjoy it, but you have to, and there's no way you can avoid it.
Yes.
Because it will make things better or run in a way that they need to, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
So laundry is a great example.
Laundry's
It has to be done. Otherwise your clothes are dirty. You need to wear clothes.
Yes.
But I don't know anybody who enjoys it.
Yeah. Any kind of cleaning, or it's like things that maintain your life, but don't necessarily add value to your life. But if you don't do them, you lose a lot of value in your life.
Right. Right. Exactly. I mean, can you think of other examples of necessary evils?
Oh, there's so many, Michelle. I mean, paying your credit card bill, obviously, right? I mean, we got to pay our credit card bill every month. If we don't, we get hit with those crazy high interest rates, which no one wants that. But so we don't enjoy it, but it maintains our life, right? Paying for insurance, shoveling snow in the New York area, New Jersey area, you probably do a lot of snow shoveling, right?
Yes. It's and we had a whopper of a storm recently.
Oh, you guys have had a lot of snow out there on the East Coast.
Yeah, there's still snow everywhere. It's not melting because it's so cold.
Oh no.
So yeah.
What else, Michelle? Anything else that would be a necessary evil?
Spending money for travel, like commuting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or sometimes, unfortunately, for certain companies, like a budget cut or a layoff, that might be a necessary evil.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I think a lot of tech companies are going through this, right? Because we're not sure about what's happening with AI. So companies are kind of thinning out a little bit on purpose. And so that's a necessary evil for the companies or for the managers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's show how necessary evil might be used in a sentence.
Okay. So you could say, I know you don't want to leave at 5 a.m., but it will help us avoid a huge traffic jam. It's a necessary evil, but we can't risk being late. So you might throw this into a comment about something you're asking someone to do, right?
Right. And it's almost in this way, it's almost just showing I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
I agree. Like this stinks,
It stinks.
which is a great connection skill as well.
Yes.
To identify that for everyone can be, can actually make somebody feel closer to you.
No, that's so true. We have to acknowledge that, especially if you're asking someone to do something, right, with you or for you, maybe. Another example, I had to plan all my checkups in the same week, so I have to take time off. Oh, well, it's a necessary evil. Got to stay on top of your health. Yes.
Yeah.
No one really loves going to the doctor. I mean, sometimes I like leaving the doctor because I'm like, okay, I took care of myself.
Yes. Oh,
My
you feel
teeth
like such a
clean
big
or something, right?
A big
Yeah.
person, right?
Yes.
An adult.
Yeah, you're on top of it. You're on top of life. But scheduling those things and going and taking time off, like, not fun.
Right, exactly. Or here's one. My taxes are so high, I hate it. I guess it's just a necessary evil.
That is one we can all relate to, Michelle. What's the thing that they say? Like, the only thing guaranteed in life are taxes
Death
and death.
yes, yeah.
Grotesque idea, right? But it's true. Like, no one likes taxes, okay?
No, of course not. So, yeah. But necessary evil.
Exactly. All right, perfect. So, let's see. Michelle, for you, is this expression natural? I mean, do you feel like you drop this all the time?
Not all the time, but it certainly comes out, frequently enough where it's a part of my vocabulary. I mean, it's not something that's just like, oh, once a year I say it. No, I think I like it. I think it's very expressive. Sometimes it feels like the absolute perfect way to describe a certain situation.
Yes.
Right? It's like, oh, this is like, I can't think of a better way to put this. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's a spot on expression. And I know a lot of our listeners are really looking for those spot on expressions. I mean, we have a few that we can give our listeners now, Michelle, that are, they're close seconds, right? But they're not quite as exact, right? So,
right, exactly. So, the first one is a fact of life.
Yes.
So that's a good one too. But not quite as expressive, but you could use this as well. So, for example, when you're an adult, you have to decide what to eat for every dinner. It's exhausting, but a fact of life.
Honestly, I think I was a little coddled when I was in high school, because when I went to, or even I remember maybe I shared this before when we talked about this, but I remember realizing that people work full-time jobs for the first time. Like, my friend worked at a candy shop and she worked Saturdays and Sundays 9 to 5. And I was blown away. This is in high school. And I was blown away by this. I was like, you're going to work full time in high school, and that was a necessary evil, right? She needed to work, which most people do. But I feel like I was a little bit like, I don't know. I didn't realize that a lot of things were going to hit hard in adult life, Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like whenever my son wishes he was an adult, I'm like, no. Like, but he can't appreciate it, you know?
Funny.
He's just, I mean, here's another one, unavoidable.
Yeah. I'll say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So dealing with insurance companies for prescriptions is unavoidable. If you want to get your medications, this is a unique necessary evil in the U.S., I think, more so than other countries. Other countries have this more figured out than we do. We do have a bit of a problem for healthcare in the U.S., Michelle, right?
Yes, and you get surprise bills. I just got one the other day for like $500 for a doctor visit, which was about 5 minutes long.
Ouch. Yeah, these things happen here. It's crazy.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's very upsetting. Yeah. But it's just one of those things, which is our next expression.
Yep.
One of those things. So here is funny. Packing extra underwear for a trip is just one of those things everyone does.
That's right. Exactly.
Do you do that, Lindsay? Do you pack like,
yeah,
like they say, have you seen those memes where it's like, why do I pack like for a trip? Like I'm going to be like making in my pants every day.
I always overpack, Michelle, no matter where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm staying in an Airbnb right now, and I overpack to stay 3 days in an Airbnb. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking. Just like, what?
You never know. And then you know what that perpetuates? More laundry at the end.
It's like in my head, I'm going to the North Pole where I could never buy a sweater. I could never, but I'm going to an Airbnb in my own neighborhood, and I overpack. It's like, what is happening? I don't know, Michelle.
That's so
it's
funny.
Crazy.
I get it though. It's some, yeah. Yeah. So just one of those things.
Yeah, one of those
Lindsay, do you have a favorite or any other examples that you can think of?
You mean of a necessary evil?
Yeah.
I feel like we've covered a lot of them. Honestly, the drudgery of paying your credit card bill, vacuuming, cleaning, laundry, all these chores that maintain your life but don't make it better. But again, if you don't do them, it makes it worse. Sitting in traffic, I guess, if you commute to work, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So definitely there are tons of examples of these. If you think about your daily life, just go through mentally in your day all the things that you do.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of chores, I would say. I mean, all chores.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. Unless you like really love to vacuum.
Some people
maybe.
do. Yeah.
Some people, I think my sister-in-law, like, I think she really loves like
enjoys it,
mopping the floor. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people like it.
Some people like it.
Okay, let's do a role play here. Here we are friends and we're at the gym.
All right, here we go.
Okay. I don't love lifting weights, but I know it's important, especially as I get older.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Do you wash your hair every time you work out?
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's a necessary evil. I have to be fresh for work. It's unavoidable.
I feel like I always bring my entire bathroom to the gym so I can be ready for work.
It's a fact of life. We're just commenting on the day-to-day. So yeah, a lot of people don't necessarily like lifting weights, but especially as a woman, in our 30s, 40s.
Yeah, that's what they say now. Yeah,
to do that. They say that now. A lot of research is coming out on that, Michelle. Have you seen that? It's coming out.
They say, how important weightlifting is.
Yes.
Even more than cardio in some ways. And
I know.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I saw that because I always thought I just need to run, I just need to run and stay fit. But now they're saying in some ways lifting weights does double the work for you because you burn calories faster. It makes your bone structure better, all these good things. So
anyways, I gotta do it.
Yeah. So, all right. So what did we use here, Michelle?
Okay, so I said it's important, especially as I get older, and you said, yeah, it's just one of those things. So what do you mean by that?
It's just one of those things. I could continue this sentence, but I stopped it. It's just one of those things that we have to do, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but I know what you mean by just saying it's just one of those things, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then I said, do you wash your hair every time you work out?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, it's annoying, but it's a necessary evil.
Mm-hmm. And then I said, I have to be fresh for work. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. I cannot avoid the fact that I need to look good when I walk into work. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then I said, I feel like I always bring my entire bathroom to the gym so I can be ready for work. So it sounds like we go in the morning, right?
Sounds like we do. Yeah.
And then you said, it's a fact of life.
I could not be a morning gym person. It just feels like a whole task to get together everything and plan ahead so much. I don't know. That is not me.
I'm not a morning anything person. So it's certainly can't. Yeah.
No. All right, guys. Another great episode that we mentioned earlier. This is where we started talking about this term necessary evil. So you can go back and check it out. It's on Business English. It's episode 538. Should you say essential, necessary, or important? That was a good one, Michelle.
Yes, exactly. So check that out. All right. Takeaways for today.
Yeah, Michelle, what does it all mean for connection? What do you think? I mean, there's something very human about the fact that you have to clean your house. You have to do the laundry. You have to pay your credit card bill. Yeah. What do you think for connection?
I think this is great because in some ways there's so many things that are just universal necessary evils. So it really can bring about a lot of connection just by that. Everybody has to have clean clothes, right? You have to, do certain things in your life that you don't want to do, but you have to. And so everybody can relate. There's definitely some universal ones. And then there are some individual ones that, you can share for yourself and show who you are. So I just think it's a really fun and useful expression. Great way to connect with people.
Yeah. It's also a cool way to talk about emerging necessary evils. Like we talked about lifting weights. Right now, it's protein is very hot on Instagram.
If you
go to any everyone's talking about protein. I'm not sure how. I don't know. Like in 10 years, I don't know what they'll say. Right?
Oh yeah,
I don't know, but
I don't know. But then I saw something the other day that said the new protein is going to be fiber. So it's like
it's hilarious. Yeah. So we don't know, but this gives you a way you could potentially start talking about trending necessary evils, like we said, like
Yeah.
Once, if you feel like you've accepted that new research and the person in front of you has, then it's a necessary evil that you can complain about or talk about with your friend, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
there you go.
Exactly. So many opportunities to connect.
Yeah. For sure.
And definitely give this a try, and you will hear it out and about. So
Yes.
now you know what to do with it.
All right. Good stuff, Michelle. Talk to you very soon. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.